Hey, Doc Solo here, the director of Ka-Pow. And today I'm so excited to share with you a recent testimonial sit down that my student Hailey was gracious enough to conduct with me. I'm doing these so that people can get a glimpse and hopefully some insight from the actual real people that are achieving their comic art dreams here at Ka-Pow. We have some great students, and all of these, though they have been requested, as you'll see from our cadence, they are largely unedited, as well as they're encouraged just to speak from the heart, right? Straight from the skull, how they feel. There's no expectation. There's no requirement. They're not giving any extra credits. They're not given any discount on the tuition. They're doing this because they really have sincere affection for what we're doing here at Ka-Pow. It means a lot to them. And as you'll hopefully see, she is really indicative of the type of students that we are that we accept here at Ka-Pow. It's not about your talent. It's not about what you've done before. It's not about your skill level. None of those things. We're looking for a certain type of student. I'm probably going to do a video moving forward to kind of assist you guys before you apply at Ka-Pow. Those of you that have been considering us as an option for pursuing the comic craft or leveling up your skills, it may help you pre-interview to kind of better dial in and to know ahead of time whether or not we're a good fit for one another, because we are small. And we really do want our students to achieve their goals. That really matters to us here. Now, a little bit about Hailey. Hailey met me the year I launched Ka-Pow when I was in Artist Alley here in Chicago at C2E2. And unfortunately, she was in high school. And what I really appreciated about her is that she was so focused and so determined that this is something that she wanted to pursue and learn, that 2 years later, she ended up following up, and I had forgotten about her, quite honestly. You run into so many people in the comic con circuit and whatnot, and other events that I attend. It kind of becomes a blur. But let me tell you something. When she interviewed with me and she reminded me of her, it all came together. And I was so excited that she circled back around. It was very telling. I knew at that point that she was going to be a great student, and she is really, really excelling in ways that I think that no one really expected. So here's my sit down with Hailey here at Ka-Pow, the Comic Art Academy, one of the real people doing the real thing with real pros here at Ka-Pow. Check this out. All right. So, Hales, how was your art life before attending Ka-Pow?
There wasn't really much one at all. I just knew I enjoyed doing art, so here and there I'd either paint, draw, color. It was very sporadic and random.
Okay. Where or when did you first start looking into learning comic art and visual storytelling?
I want to say it was the first time I ever saw just like a comic book in general. The art was different. It looked really cool. And then we went to our first Comic-Con in 2021, and I fell in love with it.
Ooh, that's a love story. Love at first sight. Like, oh.
Yeah, very much so.
I love it. I love it. How did you discover us here at Ka-Pow?
I went to a Comic-Con here in Chicago in 2021, was walking up and down Artist Alley and found your booth and learned you weren't far from where I grew. I grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago and ended up coming back a second year and talking to you again, and took a year or two, but finally got my parents on board.
I love it. I love it. And we're happy to have you. Just FYI, in case you did not know. What stood out to you about Ka-Pow?
how I liked that it was a very small, select school. Everyone's everyone comes from somewhere different, and it's very much like a family.
I love
and
that.
Everyone to know each other.
And you fit right in. You fit right into the family. You just came right in and made yourself at home, girl. All right. What hesitation, if any, did you have about Ka-Pow at the very beginning?
Just finding time, and I didn't really know how it was going to work until I actually decided to try and to apply. It was really my only concern.
Okay, good. What convinced you that Ka-Pow was the school for you?
Knowing that I would be able to grow in something that I love to do, and also getting to learn from the people who really knew what they were talking about.
Outstanding. So, why did you choose us over learning options such as traditional school or YouTube or even those ever popular self-paced learning video libraries that we see all over the internet? Why did you choose us?
I've never been a great student. School was never traditional school was never my thing. I tried videos and asking friends who were really good at drawing and things, and just could never understood it at all. And then when I found Ka-Pow and I did a little research and was like, oh, I'm actually going to get somewhere here. And yes, it's a school, but it's not a traditional, you're sitting in a classroom for a full day trying to focus, everyone's in the same boat that you are.
That's beautiful. That's outstanding. Well, thank you for choosing us. What do you love most about Ka-Pow?
I really love the community and all of the people and who we do, and all the other students who I get to do class with, as well as how accommodating it is in terms of schedules, and there's something no matter what, if you can't do what's already set out to plan, they'll definitely find a way for you to still be able to learn at your pace and when you can.
That's beautiful. Outstanding. Thank you so much. That's important to us, to make sure that you get what you need when you need it. When I was ideating the school, I share the story with you guys when you interview. I was married, house, mortgage, working on the Chicago Police Department 6 nights a week on midnights with 4 kids and two car notes. And my schedule was between court and the streets and the occasional part-time job. There was no school that I knew would accommodate all that noise, in my life. And so we wanted to make sure that within reason that we made sure that you guys were able to get what you need, accounting for, again, our motto, the real art school for real people with real lives, right? The real life part. So thanks for sharing that. Name 3 benefits or improvements that you've personally experienced since joining us here at Ka-Pow.
I've definitely, not just in my art alone, but just I've been able to talk to people better. I've never been great at asking questions or asking for help. I've gotten better at that. And along with growing in my art, it's not just noticeable to me, but everybody around me has been noticing and how much I do enjoy it.
You got one more for me? That's 2. If not, don't worry about it. That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Why would you recommend Ka-Pow to someone who may be on the fence or whether or not to join this crazy bunch here. Why would you recommend Ka-Pow to someone on the fence?
I would recommend it in a way I would, in terms of no matter what you have going on, what you're doing in life, even if you don't think you have time, they will find a time, and it will probably be the most exciting thing you do, and it's a great stress reliever.
That's outstanding. That's amazing. That's a great answer. Great answer. Let's talk a little bit about the value. Everyone's always asking me when they first meet me at cons, how much is it? And as you know, we never discuss the price until after your final interview. And that's for good reason. It's because we're, as you know, as you said earlier, we are a selective bunch, and we don't want people that are just kicking tires or curious or say, "Oh, I can afford that," right?
Yeah.
With that in mind, what are your thoughts about the price versus the value here at Ka-Pow compared to other learning options?
Honestly, price was never really a matter to me as long as I'm getting what I came for, but also getting the experience as well. And it just not being like, almost was worried about it being more like a regular like school program where teachers don't really like, they pay attention but they aren't super involved, where it turned out to being they're involved and they want to see you grow and see the differences, that you can see the change and the growth from the beginning to where we are, to where you end up.
Outstanding. If you were to recommend us to your best friend, say your best friend wanted to follow down the path of that you're going down, improving your craft and becoming a better artist, if you were to recommend it to your best friend, what would you say?
I would tell them to do it. It will not just alone make you better in art, but also a better person.
Wow,
and you will learn and meet really great people along the process.
Oh, thank you so much for that. That blesses me. What surprised you the most, or made you the happiest, or brought you the most joy about joining Ka-Pow?
I honestly can't pick one. Everything was really great.
That's good enough. We want honest answers. I love that. Now that you've experienced Ka-Pow firsthand, what does your creative or artistic future look like in your own mind?
I hope I continue to do art just like this for a while. Honest, I hope to create things in the future for companies or line or for comics, but even just knowing what I'm doing is good enough for me.
I love that. Okay, well, as you can see, Hailey, Hailey is such a gentle soul. The fact that she was willing to sit in front of a camera and allow me to record her, she's very shy. Most of our students are. Most artists, we're actually introverts. Even the ones like myself that you may see on social media. Even doing this takes some significant effort on our part. And so for me, it is a testament to their commitment and their affection for Ka-Pow that they're willing to come out of their shells and share their experiences with those that may be considering Ka-Pow as an option for learning comics and the comic craft. And if that's you, feel free to check us out at teachyoutodraw.com. Right now is a great time. Even if you want to try us, you can try 2 weeks of Panels and Gutters, our newest offering, absolutely free. It's 2 weeks, absolutely free, no credit card required. At the end of 2 weeks, you are simply just shut down on the platform, but you get access to Panels and Gutters, which happens every Tuesday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as you get limited access to us on our private social platform. And you get to ask the students and the staff any questions that you may have. And we're not predatory. We're sincere in our mission. We're not resorting to underhanded tactics to try to get you to pay because the trial period expired and it hit your credit card and, oh, sorry, out of luck. No, that's not good business. That's not how we do things here at Ka-Pow. But after 2 weeks, you're just on your way and you're asked to make the decision. That's it. That's all. And that's how confident we are in what we're doing here. And if you think that we're a good fit, go ahead and apply. I'll leave a link in the description. We are accepting applications for our 25-26 school year for our adult 3-year course. But if you don't want to apply and you just want to learn from live instruction at an already affordable rate, again, we are the most comprehensive, convenient, and affordable, cost-effective option of its kind you will find anywhere. Then you can just check out Panels and Gutters, where no interview required. Just go ahead, sign up, do 2 weeks free, and keep going. It's 1 day a week of 90 minutes of actual instruction from our curriculum, taught by one of our professional instructors. And so on that note, I'll be coming to you more. So on that note, I'll be coming more frequently with some new Cop to Comics musings, as well as some interviews that I have lined up. Not to mention, we're going to start doing some live streams with some of the team here at Ka-Pow and drawing some cool stuff. And we want you to check us out. And listen, we are growing. I think at the time of this recording, we're already at 400 subscribers at the time of this recording. I know that's not major in the YouTube verse, but it's major for us because we're not trying to just get subscribers. We're trying to bring value. And I'm not trying to get a YouTube placard. That's not a goal. Our goal is clear, it's singular, and that is to help people achieve their creative dreams. And that's it. That's all. And so if it sounds like something you might be interested in, check us out at teachudraw.com. And on that note, remember, like I always say here at Ka-Pow, life is short. So live, love, and laugh as if it's your last day on earth, knowing that when all is said and done, when you leave here, all that will be remembered of you is the life you've lived, the lives you've touched, and the stories you've created. So, what are you waiting for? See you in class. Solo out. Ka-Pow.